Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be making some jewelry. Yay for jewelry. I still want it to be fall themed. I'm going to try this not the whole month. Not the whole month of September because we already started, but I'm going to try some of September and some of October for fall, and maybe even in November we'll go back and revisit it. I had told you I got these from the Dollar Tree and Family Dollar. Some were a dollar and a quarter, some were a dollar. I don't know what they are now, but I had got them. They were 10 in the pack. And these little things, I had started sorting stuff out in here. Um, and then I saw another video where I want to go back into the little bucket that had, it's not a bucket, it's a flip lid and has like 10 or 14 um, trays in it. But I do like these. The only problem is that if they fall on the floor, some of the plastic breaks really easy. I say all to say I have sorted some of them out because the sorter in me is a sorter. Okay, but I got these from Amazon, I believe, last year before, and I just put all of them in here, and I pulled out these leaf earrings or leaf charms, and then I wanted to use these two as well. So one's a little pumpkin because we're doing fall theme. My son is up. It is 6:56 in the morning on Saturday, and he's up. He woke up at 6:26, talking about he hungry. Any other day he does not say that, but he wanted. I bought strawberries yesterday, and he wanted that. So this one doesn't have a back, um, but it's a tree. And then I wanted you to see the pumpkin. It's so cute, in my opinion. There we go. So pumpkin with two little flowers, and that's a tree. But I couldn't find any. And then of course I could find these feathers, but yeah, because I always confuse feathers and leaves. And then I thought we could try and use these. I had actually went on to Temu this morning. I haven't shopped on Temu since the tariff thing. I don't know if tariffs are actually a thing or not. The prices, however, reflect that tariffs are a thing. So I decided not to um, get them. All right, and then so I have this as well. So what I wanted to do is put this to the side. I want to make some earrings. Uh, this is gonna be fairly quick, okay? It should be fairly quick if I don't run my mouth. But these colors are really pretty. I want to just use these colors. If you like candy corn, this would be cute if you did like a candy corn little pendant or bracelet. You can use those colors. I am not a big candy corn person, but that's okay. I'm sure some things that I like that you don't like, and vice versa. If you like candy corn, okay, good for you. Today is Saturday. It's official. I have had a lingering headache for 7 days. I just took some medicine, so I'm hoping that it will. The headache right now is very mild, but I felt it coming on, so I decided to go ahead and try to nip it in the bud before it got bad. So I got some eye pins and I also have some head pins. I got these head pins because I want these to kind of drape like this. And so what I thought I would do is I would use a seed bead on the eye pin and put this here like that. Yeah. So let's see if that's going to work. And then what we'll do is just I'm just going to use gold on all of them. We'll create the eye pin portion, and then you'll see. You'll see. I hope that you all had a great week. I have zero plans to leave the house this weekend, like to go anywhere in particular. I do probably need to get some groceries for the upcoming week, but I'll probably just wait to do that. Okay. So we're going to pull this. It's stuck. I'm so glad I'm in the Jewelry Making Fun collaboration because the jewelry spot is the person that reconnected me with this. Okay. Because I had bought the big one, the 3.0, and I could not get that thing to work at all. But when I saw her using it, she was making, I think, some earrings. She used it so like flawlessly. I was like, oh, I gotta go back and revisit this. I've just learned how to use the thing. Okay. Do you need this? No. You can make this on your own. Do I need this? Yes. But they're not really needed. You could definitely create your own little these things. Eye pins on your own. You don't really need it. All right. So now what we're going to do is take our jump rings. I think I got these from Walmart. I can't recall right now, but you have to be mindful because Walmart's pricing is a bit interesting. Um, but you're going to take your jump ring and twist it open. Don't pull it apart, just twist it like that. If I could wire wrap, these would be cute wire wrapped too, but I haven't conquered that fear of knowing exactly what I'm doing with that. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another um, eye pin, and I'm going to take the jump ring. I think I want this one to be at the bottom. I'm going to put it on this pin. All right. All right, so I'm gonna pull out my little chain link. I think this is changed to at Hobby Lobby the price. I'm not sure. I didn't want it to be too heavy, but the way I wanted it to sit, I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I guess this is okay. Let's see. And then we might not need our chain. Let's see. I'm just trying to see the top piece right here to push it back a little bit. And now I need to hold it. guess this is okay. It's not what my vision was, but you know what? Sometimes skill limits vision. And I didn't want it to be heavy because if I do decide to wear this, I already have sensitive ears. And then I don't want it to be all on my ears, you know. Let's see. Huh, what do you think? I guess it's okay. Let's go on to the next one. I guess it's okay. I'm not upset about it, that's for sure. I remember when I was a little girl and my aunt, she really liked Philadelphia cream cheese. And I want to say that's, hold on, we didn't do this part yet. I didn't like cream cheese when I was a little kid. It just tasted too cream cheesy. Right now, I like cheesecake, anything. I make meals with the cream cheese, a lot of stuff with it. But I was thinking the other day, a couple of weeks, months ago, when I went to purchase some cream cheese, I was like, Philadelphia cream cheese is the only product that I'm okay with being expensive because Philadelphia cream cheese has been expensive since day one of it being a part of my eating memory, my food memory index, and it's always been expensive. So I was thinking that because my son, like I said, my son was told me he was hungry, so I made him some a quick little breakfast, and I went to get some butter, and that was the cream cheese just sitting there like, hey, when you gonna use me? You haven't used me in a few months, a couple of days, weeks. And I was just sitting here thinking, like, because I was thinking about how all of our crafting supplies are expensive now and things like that. And even, I read this a while back that there are companies that have, not, I wouldn't say come back to America, but there are companies who have started having warehouses in the States. And I think that we forget a few things about labor in America. It's not the same as overseas labor. We have regulations that some countries don't have, and then some countries have better regulations than we do in the States. So just thinking how, some of the stuff will still be really expensive because, your product is the supply is always the end result, but you have to pay for all the stuff. So, as an example, if you are a company who um, employs people, then you have to decide if you're going to pay for their insurance. And if you pay for their insurance, their medical benefits, how does that work? Some companies don't pay for medical insurance anymore. Some companies give you like a discount through another company, the insurance company, or they'll pay, a small amount and you have to put in the rest. Where some companies still pay for full coverage and all those things. But from what I've been hearing, because I don't have a tax paying job, the job I have is 24 hours a day, nonstop, no pay, and little to any acknowledgement of the job that I do. And that's a whole different topic. But some companies are now, as time has progressed, and I guess as the world has gotten a little bit more older, this I always struggle with this little piece. Things just are different. I was just thinking about that because um, we were talking about insurance companies a few days ago. A few of my friends and I, and how medical coverage works. It's a very rough place to be if you don't have insurance. In general, it's a rough place to be if you don't have a job or a source of income. Things are not that easy anymore. I remember when my mom's husband lives with me before he didn't live with me. And I used to always tell him, you need a resume because the days of walking up on the dock and being like, hey, how's it going? Y'all need some help? I'm a good worker. Doesn't really work that well anymore. Because I had told him, I said, you need to get your resume together. And I just don't think that he's older and he was not having that statement that I had made about that at all. He was kind of like, ugh. I'm saying I to me dropping that, not to what he has said. No, that's not the one I would need. Is that the one? No. In general, I had told him that, and then my aunt's boyfriend at the time wanted me to make flyers so he can post flyers up and stuff like that. I was like, you guys. And I think as I've gotten older, I realized that I have fallen into that category. I'm not sure how you all feel about aging. I'm totally okay with it. At first, I wasn't, but as I've gotten older, ailments, some of the things that I'm sick from multiple times, I've just come to terms with a few things over other things, right? And so now I'm way more understanding of a lot of things that my mom used to tell me than I was when she first told me because, of course, I was young and dumb. So I like these. Yeah, they look okay. We'll look at them, a little bit closer in a minute. So now what I want to do is I want to take the larger jump ring, and these earrings are going to be very plain, and we are going to take our seed beads. These seed beads sometimes give me an issue when I put them on at a curved angle. And of course, it depends on the diameter of the seed bead as well as the wire you're using to try and do this. We getting the seed bead on, y'all. I'm just letting you know. We're going to get it on. If it fall out my hand again, then I'll just pause it and come back once I do have it on. You don't need to belabor the struggles. As I said, some seed beads are made different, as well as the jewelry wire. Okay, so you got them on both of them. You're just gonna take this and twist back, squeeze. Then it looks like this. I want it to look like this, but is it gonna stay like that? Probably not, and that's okay. That was the goal, though, just to have a hint of color in it. This one is staying here because it was harder to put on than the other ones. Okay. I think I have decided that I do like the little containers better. Like it all separated versus just kind of sitting out there blowing by the wind because I can easily find them. So I think I'm going to dedicate this upcoming month to organization, hopefully. We'll see. All right, so let's go ahead and put this on. Let's put this one on. And we've got our earrings for the day. Yay. If I was really into jewelry making, I feel like we could make a pair, the same way with the cards. I'm not saying I'm not into jewelry making, but I don't make enough jewelry and I feel like it would be repetitive. Like I've made cards a lot for the let's make series that I've been doing for the last couple of months and I feel like if I did that it would be earrings 365 or something like that. And I don't know if I would want to do that. Like have a pair of earrings or try to post. See, this is not cooperating. There we go. All right, let's check out what we've done. All right, so here they are. Not very clear. There we go. But these earrings fall almost like I wanted them to, and then this is definitely the vision that I had. So anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed today's craft. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Until next time, happy crafting.